Go.
Hi, I'm Kaylee.
I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Dave.
Welcome to the Table Junior Edition.
Today we will be looking at Tear of Tear, which is in English, Animal Upon Animal by Haba Games.
Now this is a dexterity game for 2 to 4 players, ages 4 to 99, in which each player is going to have a set of 7 animals, and we will be competing with each other to be the first one to have all of ours stacked on top of this crocodile here in the center. Let's take a look at this game and how it's played, and then we're going to share our thoughts with you. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the pieces that come in the game, and each player is going to have the same 7 pieces. Any of them that are not used go back in the box. So let's talk about the animals that we have. Each player is going to have a snake, they're going to have a monkey, they're going to have a toucan, we have a hedgehog, we have a basilisk lizard, we have a penguin, and we have a sheep. You guys want to talk about the pieces?
I think they're really cool. The artwork is rather simple, yet fun, and they're little happy animals.
Yep, every single one of them has a smiley face on there.
The artwork is only on one side. I feel it's okay though, even though they're colored, which gives you good differentiation between the animals. My favorite would probably be the hedgehog. There's a little more detail to it, and one of the more difficult animals to stack.
Okay. And we also have a die that comes with the game, and we're going to talk about what all the faces on here mean. The first one has 1 dot on here, and if we roll the 1, if it shows up, then what we will be able to do is we will take one of our animals from our provision, which will be our animals in front of us, and we will stack them on top of this crocodile right here. There's also a 2 on there. If we have 2 pips on there, we'll be able to stack 2 of our animals that are on there. What happens when we have the crocodile?
For the crocodile, you will be able to choose one of your animals from your provision and put either in front or behind the crocodile to extend the base to which the animals will be stacked upon.
Okay. What about if we have a hand?
If you have a hand, you take one of your animals and you give it to someone else so they could stack it for you.
Yeah, and the unfortunate roll here, if you roll, it looks like a little vocal thing with a question mark. You're like, what? Which basically is going to mean that you are at the mercy of your opponents, because all of your opponents are going to be the ones that they're going to choose the piece that you have in your provision to stack. So it could be a little bit of a challenge there. So we're going to go ahead and do a playthrough here, and we'll talk about the game as we're playing it along. Kaylee, why don't you go ahead and go first? You're the youngest player. She's going to roll her die. What is your result?
1.
She's got a 1. All right, so she's going to take one of her animals and she's going to stack it on top of this crocodile in the middle here. So she's going to place her snake on there, and that's going to be her turn, and she just passes the die to the next player.
So I will roll, and I rolled a hand. So I will give my toucan to you to stack for me.
Okay, so I get to do that, and I will just place this on here like so.
The advantage of rolling the hand is that the other opponent, if they drop the animal, they will have to suffer the consequences, which is taking that animal and putting it into their provision.
Yeah, it's going to get nasty when there's more pieces that are on here and things start falling off there. Then we'll be talking about what happens with the pieces. But we really have to be careful too, because however anybody places the animals on there, we can't go and straighten them out. It's like how it is, how it is. So I rolled a 1. And I think I'm going to roll and place this monkey here, and I want to, I think maybe I don't know, I'm going to put this in. There we go. So I place this monkey.
And
So we're already off to a nice little start here, because everybody seems to make everybody want to stack animals in other locations here.
So these are one of the harder pieces because it has so many divots and it's kind of difficult to stack here. Let's find. There we go. Alright, my turn. 1. Oof. Let's see.
Kind of hoping that we need to get I'm hoping that I can roll a crocodile so that we can extend the base out because we're running out of room as we see the pieces are getting bigger. It's a 1.
A 1.
Well, let's see. I think that this piece here, if I visualize, it looks like it's going to fit there, but I'm going to go more this way and drop that piece in like that.
So look, sooner or later somebody's going to place an animal in the wrong position and they're going to fall. So, Kaylee,
So right now we're running out of room, and a lot of our smaller pieces are being used up. So Kaylee's going to try and place. Looks like she's going to take her penguin and drop it right in there.
Oh, jeez. Please be a crocodile. No. 1. Let's see if I can just put a little base. There we go.
Okay, so put the
That's
snake on there.
That's good.
All right, which piece am I stacking up on there?
No, yeah, do a sheep. It's the biggest and the heaviest, and I'll probably get a little.
Oh.
I was surprised. I thought that it was going to be a little too top heavy.
2.
Oh, Kaylee's got to put 2 on there.
Alright, what are you going to put up?
Hmm.
You got to figure out something that complements the other one.
Let's see what she can do here.
Oh.
You got to make a decision. Alright, she chose the toucan. Where are you going to put it?
Yippee!
No, one more.
I think it's going to fall down, though.
I know.
Me too. This is smaller.
Oh!
Okay, so this is all but one piece fell off here. So the good thing is, though, that that she doesn't have to take all these pieces back. The bad news is she gets to choose 2 of the pieces, and she's got to put them back in her provision, and the rest of them are going to go back in the box. So choose your 2 pieces, and the rest of them are going to go back in the box. So we still have 1 piece that's on there, and so now it just got a little bit easier.
Yep. Okay, what am I stacking, guys?
Well, we're stacking. No. We're gonna stack your lizard.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Alrighty.
Okay. I have a 1.
1 hedgehog.
Oh, shoot. All right. I only knocked off 1 animal, so this one I will take this back into my provision.
Get careful. 1. Wait, what are you stacking?
Yeah.
Alright, good job. I rolled a 1. Lucky number 1, huh? Alright, sheep. Bleh. Gotta be careful to not shake your hand so you can be able to place it.
Yeah.
Especially when it gets more difficult when it's stacking up higher. You want to be able to visualize.
Oh, I got a crocodile, so that's good. I think I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put I'm going to back it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the back side over here where he's touching this.
Ends together.
As long as they're touching, now I've extended the base there.
Okay. Kaylee, your turn. Another
Crocodile.
crocodile. So you want to be able to reach over. Be careful.
You can put it on either side, so if she wanted to extend on, she could have placed
Place
that
it on.
snake on the other side of the monkey.
Now, good news for me is now I have an easier base. I rolled a 1. So here I will
Excuse me.
Bless
Sorry.
Monkey upon monkey.
put this hedgehog right there.
Alright.
Alrighty.
See, I got a lot of room here to place this up.
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Crocodile
I
Dundee.
don't want to make it so easy, but I'm going to put this one over on this side over here, I
Make
guess.
sure they're touching.
It's touching.
Alrighty.
1.
Kaylee's going to try to make it as hard as possible now because I only have 1 more piece left.
Monkey.
Monkey upon monkey. Alright. Now I have 1 last piece. So let's see. Hand. Let's see.
No.
There, stack it.
Alright. Well,
So as long as he is successful. Alright, I win. Because I got all my pieces gone. So
That's how you play Animal Upon Animal. Let's talk about it now. Well, it's easy to play,
yes,
for sure.
definitely.
Very, very simple. We went over all the rules. We talked about what happens when the collapse happens. What do you have to say, Kaylee? What do you think?
Well, it's really fun, and it gets a little more complicated as it gets taller.
Mm-hmm. I definitely feel that this game plays better with more players. Because there's more
yeah.
pieces to play, and it really is more fun, even with 4 players. With 3, it's good. 2, it's so-so, but there are variants in the rules that you could divide up all of the pieces. So instead of starting off with 7, if you're playing with 2 players, you can make it where you have 14, and it can be that could really make the game a lot more. And there's some other variants to increase the difficulty about the animals that you take back and everything else.
Yeah. I really like the game that it's quick, but it's not one of those just simple games. It's using more of your brain to visualize things, and you have to take your time. I love the artwork. I think they're fun little happy animals, and I love the wooden pieces. I mean, who doesn't?
Right. Now, one of the things too is Kaylee, you and Chris take this one out. You don't even have. You guys know how to play. Don't even have to read. You guys don't have to read the rules or have anybody help you guys, do you?
Yeah.
And if you look, the box is a relatively small size box. It doesn't take up a lot of room. And then as you're playing, the pieces go right back in the box. So it's kind of nice as you're cleaning up as you go. Couple neat things here, I guess, more from a family perspective. And if I'm talking to parents, a couple of benefits here are developing the fine motor skills of being able to place these pieces here really, really carefully, because sometimes it can be really, really intricate as to how you're going to go in there, so you want to be able to get that in there just right. And the other thing is that Rebecca touched on was being able to visualize in her mind is really that spatial development of being able to visualize and see where the pieces are going to go, and looking and seeing where the curves are going to match up and where best to place the pieces. I think those are the two major things that this game is going to give in terms of those benefits.
The best thing about this game is we did pick it up at Goodwill for just $1.
Yeah, we found it for $1.
The box is a little beat up, and the rules were missing, but that was an easy fix with a little bit of tape and print off the rules online.
We print off the rules offline, and
it's easy fix, but I really like this game. I see playing in the future one of those just little filler games, like even at a restaurant you could bring this. I mean, you have to be careful of the pieces falling off the table, but other than that, it's quick and easy and a lot of fun for a lot of ages.
Yeah. Now, one of the cool things is we just finished up with the GAMA trade show, and I didn't realize this, but this is 2015, and this is the 10-year anniversary for Animal Upon Animal, and they are going to be releasing a special edition later in the year. The game is going to come in a tin, and the crocodile is going to be silver instead of green, so they're going to have a special edition coming out, and that's definitely going to be something that's going to be exciting.
I'm kind of excited to see if they change up any of the artwork or if they just kind of leave it the same, just a little updated version of it. I'm kind of excited to see if there's different variants and different rules to the game. But I think, all in all, it's very simple, very fun, and I personally really like this game.
Yeah. Now, we just have the base game of Animal Upon Animal, and there are other versions of this, too, that have different types of animals, and you can combine them. And so you can have all sorts of interesting creatures that you're going to be stacking on there, and so the more of these sets that you combine, the more variation that you have, and it's going to keep the gameplay fresh, and it's going to really give you a lot more options. And so even though this is really, really good by itself, there's even more stuff that you can add with other editions of this. Now, one of the things too, Kaylee, this is a good one that you guys have played. When it's cold outside and stuff like that. Would this be? So Kaylee's in 3rd grade. Would this be something that would be good even at school, like on a day when it's rainy? You guys don't have recess. Yeah. Okay, this would be good because you can play with your friends and stuff.
And the best part about that is, as you said, bringing it to school it's not a hard game to teach. You really don't have to go over the rules. Basically, you just have to explain what the die symbols mean and what happens if you knock down the animals. But other than that, it's really easy to learn. I love games like that. I don't like having to spend more time than it is to play the game to learn the rules.
Right. You have anything else to add?
No, I think we covered it all.
Okay.
All in all, great game.
Yeah, I like this one. What do you think? Good? All right, so that's our thoughts on these. One other thing that's really, really awesome is that Haba has this initiative that's called like Unplugged, and unplug and plug in. And what they're calling upon people to do is to get away from like electronics or things where they're kind of isolated by themselves, or they're not around other people, so to speak, and coming together like as a family and using these games as a mechanism for people to come together. And I'm totally about that, and that's one of the purposes of my show, and especially like working on some episodes to bring in the kids. And so I'm excited about that, and all about that, and glad that Haba's doing that. So definitely for that. Now, if you guys are interested in more information about Animal Upon Animal, you can go ahead and click on the link. I'll have it in the video description below. You can check that out. And you can join us again next time for another edition of To the Table, where we take a look at another game, and we'll talk about it. All right, we'll see you. Bye-bye.